Welcome, NAGT6. This is the GTOR Cup Series event, also sponsored by Humble Guy Racing. So check out GTOR on GT Planet, link below, as well as the Humble Guy Racing on Facebook, links below as well. Let's get right into this. We're at Indianapolis, as you can see. Let me just take a second to make sure I am recording the video and the audio. What we do here is we record the video in the Hodgepodge, and then I record the audio with Audacity, and then I use Sony Vegas to blend the two together and to add in some music and to tweak the audio so everything can be heard. And slowly be learning to add some other things too. Some things that I want to get coming into this league is like a live tracker banner rolling throughout the whole race. Maybe even put in some funny little commercials or some. There's all kinds of stuff we can do as I figure out how to do this stuff and how to do it efficiently, because right now, like, to do one video, it takes like 2 hours. By the time I watch the race over, blend it all together, then I got to format it to 1080p and then to upload it to YouTube. You're talking maybe even 3 hours. Anyway, let's get right into this. We did a 5-minute qualifier here. You can get a couple laps in. This is a CS event. I want to make that clear. CS event stands for Comfort Softs. We run NASCAR full horsepower Comfort Soft tires. The only one we don't run full horsepower is Daytona. We run it at 600 horsepower, but next season we're looking to up that speed a little bit. What that does for these guys here in Indianapolis is you can't run these corners wide open. Okay, we find when we run these racing soft tires, you can set your setups and run these corners wide open, and in reality you can't. So we try to make it a little bit more realistic and to make it hard for drivers. So we get a lot of guys that come in here during race night with the room open, and they jump in, and they ain't too long jumping out as soon as they see the Comfort Soft tires. Most guys just leave, and the other half kind of complain about it, call us crazy or whatever. But this is what we like to do here with the Gran Turismo consoles, run this on Comfort Soft tires. Like we said, we had a qualifier. Let's look at our qualifier. Pole position. He's got a second pole tonight, Reflex Neop, who is our dominant driver here right now at the moment. Go-kart man, let's highlight this guy again. This is his first night coming out. Second race, just got done at Tokyo R246, and this guy gets second. He comes in, he hasn't done this in a long time. Excellent drive by him. Blue Moon, another new guy who comes in and sets the stage, getting third. And these qualifying positions, actually his top three were within a tenth and even 100th of a second. So Dexter White up in fourth. He's looking good right now because his competitor's Trinor in the driver championship. He's got him behind him, but look, he's an even number. That puts him on the outside of the grid on this start. That's not a good place to be. Trinor on the inside on fifth. And then we got Big Fat Ass Kicker coming back out in sixth. Pure Violence in seventh. And the THG guys in eighth. Jodis and Isaac in ninth. So, first row, we got Reflex and Go-Kart. Second row is Blue and Dexter. Third row is Trinor and Big. Fourth row is Pure and Jodis. And in the last row, we got Isaac. Comfort Soft tires, we got 51 laps here at Indianapolis. We're not running any cautions right now. And like I said before, we will eventually be getting into point systems with laps led and most laps led and stuff. Right now, it's just a straight out battle. But we are manually doing the start. We found that the auto starts are not very good. It's too spread out. So you'll see these guys. Let's get this thing on play. Let's get it up. Let's just get it to the, let's get the information up here first before we get lost. Nah, that's no good. Let's get right back from start. Sorry about that, guys. Tried to skip it, but I went a whole lap. Two Chevrolets up front. Hendrick's cars seem to be the most popular ones with the 48s, 24. Take a look at Dexter. He's got himself in a Ford and he's in a Fusion. And the 99 car. Did some heavy testing for this race. He wants better results. The last two times he run this, he had a fast car. He did real well, but he was losing it early on in the race. And reckon last race we seen him in that Dexter White car. He wrecked 5 laps in and climbed the whole race all the way into third to get a podium position. So he's going to be looking to do a lot better this race. You can see these guys are rolling. Manual will start 70 miles an hour. Do have a Toyota field. Blue Moon running the Red Bull car. That's good to see out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this first corner. I know a lot of guys here, they are very good to give each other room. Not a whole lot of wrecking. Might see some of the new guys slide off the track a little bit, get a little too fast. Also, these cars handle a whole different ball game in the draft. So you're going to see Reflex get out front and try to maintain that and break away. You're going to see a lot of guys in the back battling it. A lot of strategy going on here. You know, do you battle the guy and burn out your tires, etc. The slipstream is unreal. The grip is unreal, like always, and the tire and fuel wear is on fast. So you get, like, you can only do max, I think 15. You might be able to push 16 laps and you're out of fuel. So it's going to be about pit strategy here. Someone might be able to do 2. See a lot of guys do 3 pits. You're going to run out of fuel, but it seems to be a lot of drivers those last couple of laps, they're going in a little bit earlier because the tires wear off the bed. You can't get speed. These guys got to tighten up. Reflex is going to count it off. 3, 2, 1, go. Can't see the flag man. He's going to start this event. It's round 10, race night 5. Here we go with the GTOR Cup Series event. Indianapolis, 51 laps. Let's battle this out, guys. Woo, we're off. Blue Moon, he's looking to make some moves right now. Dexter's a little bit high. Sticking right there, Blue Moon now. Reflex Neop, he's out. A little bit of bouncing going on around with Trinor. Starting to thin out now. We're going to keep an eye right here in the front. There's going to be some good movement going on here. Let's get back and look at Trinor and Dexter. These two here are going to be racing the hell out of each other. Little bit of a rivalry. Sorry, I can't say that very good right now for some reason. But anyway, these two coming out of Motegi last week. A whole lot of blocking going on from both of them. They don't want to give each other any room. They'll race each other respectfully, but you ain't gonna get it. You got to work for it. Trinor, he's getting right up on go-kart, man. He's got the experience running this. Getting his nose out there in the turn 2. Oh, go-kart getting a little bit loose. Trinor down the inside. The two maintain it without wrecking. Giving each other room once they get a little caught up. Good to see a Ford out. We don't have enough guys running these Ford models. Big badass kicker. He's in the back there. He's going to sit there and just wait for these 3 idiots to burn up the tires. Reflex Neop. He's having another ice cream cone up front, peeling away. But he's got Blue Moon hot on his tail. Everybody, we're going to highlight Blue Moon as the driver for this race. Coming out and doing a good fast start so far. The fans are liking him. Trinor, he's got the pass on go-kart, man. Go-kart sticking right on him just like a paint job. Dexter White's got a little bit of strategy here. He's going to let these two battle it out, and once they get their things figured out, he's going to start making passes. He doesn't want to get going 2-3 wide or anything. That's if he can get up there and get the pass. We find with the slipstream on Rio and the way these corners are in the bad draft, you know, you got to set up your passing. You just can't come firing in there. You don't get a huge acceleration being behind somebody. I mean, yes, you do get draft advantage, but not like you do a Daytona with slipstream strong. Trinor, he's got himself in the pass. Let's get up here and have a look at the leaders. Reflex Neop, Blue Moon hot on his tail. You can see Blue Moon has a different setup. He's able to enter these corners really fast, but he's quite loose. His rear end, his ass end's kicking out. Stripper pole dancing. It's going to be interesting to see if he can maintain that for 13 or 14 lap stint. He's got that toe knocked right out. It's just waving at the fans as it rolls through the corners. You can see how they get down, right down to that white line, and just get an early entry. Really helps get that car down. If you enter late, you're going to be too high up in the banking, and it's hard to get that car down. You probably ain't going to get it. It's going to slide up on the track. You're going to be burning up your front tires because you put too much steering in. It's just good to get it in early. Throttle off hard to get that forward movement, to get the weight to shift to the forward part of the car real fast. Throw that weight ahead, get that nose to stick, and come onto the throttle gradually. Don't just jam it. If you find yourself throttling a little late in the apex, a little late towards the exit, if you just cram it down in, that rear end diff is going to lock up and snap you around, so you got to be tricky. Some guys can get down in there early and before the center of the corner, smash that throttle on and get it to stick and go. But later on in your run, 7-8 laps, doing that, get yourself into a dangerous position. You can see the brake already. Reflex led most of these laps, all these laps. Blue Moon right behind him, holding in, doing a real good job if you consider him right now. I got somebody call me. I'm going to have to put him on pause. It's Darryl Waltrip. He wants me to work for Fox Sport 1. He thinks I have one hell of a sexy voice. I know that. I've been told. Let's get back to it. Like I said before, you can see that the three back here battling each other. Got a little bit of slowed down here, and these guys can run some fast laps. They can run 54.7s, 54.8s, but they're running 50, 55 2s and 3s running together. You got to let off early, a lot earlier than you can by yourself, to get that car, to get the speed down. When you're drafting down the backstretch, you're actually going into the corner a mile or 2 or 3 faster than you normally would because of the draft. And then you don't have front end downforce because the slipstream is coming off the rear end of the car in front of you and slipping right onto your car, so you don't have that downforce that you want on your front end nose splitter. So you find that your nose just can't handle the turning, can't get down in you. You gotta be early on that to get the speed down so you can get that nose in there. You can see go-kart showing you right there early. Throttle off, drop that throttle right off, get that nose to run, bang, get that stuck down in there and make the pass. Excellent pass by him. GTOR giving some room there. You guys give each other room here because it sometimes can be glitchy and you don't want to get caught up. It's early on in the race. Great pass. Dexter White now, he's going to try to see if he can do anything. We're getting lap 8. These tires are starting to get worn out now. I don't know if Dexter's going to make any kind of pass or be able to right now. Him and GTOR have about the same amount of speed on this track. Looking good in the Aflac car. He's been trying some various things. He run the 20 car, the NAGT6, the 2013 Toyota. Switched to the Red Bull. Now he's in the Ford. He ran his fastest laps in this 99 car. This is the 2010 Ford 99, so you'll probably see him sticking with this car. I'm going to try to get all these guys hooked up on Skype or Google Hangouts and do a little bit of a driver interview and blend these into these videos after. Some of the guys don't really have the interest, but it's part of the gig. If you don't feel like talking, doesn't matter. This is a spectator sport. Without the fans, you don't have nothing. But we want to thank our sponsors, GTOR. Check them out. Gran Turismo Online Racing Club, excellent group on GT Planet. And check out the Humble Guy Racing. If you're an overseas guy, they got some really good time zone stuff for you guys. They're overseas as well. I believe they're in the Netherlands. Great bunch of guys. See Reflex, he's still winning this. Blue Moon, Go-Kart Man in third. He's getting away on the guys now. You can see on the mini-map there's a bit of a break. Dexter and GTOR are shotgun right next to each other. GTOR having an excellent run, doing a beautiful job in the 14 car. His signature is 88. A bit of a story with that. We used to run a league versus league back in GT5 at Line Artist Racing. Dexter White, the owner of NAGT6, wrote Line Artist owner a little bit of a message mid-season with the league versus league, just letting him know that some of his drivers were some cheap shot racing and stuff. And Lionheart's Racing wrote back and said, well, take a look at this race. So Dexter did, and finds Trinor here at Indianapolis, missing his pit stall, turning around, going backwards on the front stretch to get back to the pits, which is a big no-no. Dexter wrote him a little message and said, Trinor, you know, I understand, but you can't do that, because here I am complaining to these guys about foolish driving, and then you pull a stunt like that. Come on, Troy, you know, let's check your shit there first, buddy. And Trinor, Dexter was complaining about Trinor and just letting him know that he writes a big, huge message to him and wants to understand that Trinor knows his position and what his thoughts are. But Trinor, he's a man of few words. He just writes back simply with everything, and that particular message set Dexter off a little bit with a reply of only just 88. So now Trinor's nickname is 88. It's basically a sign-off saying, gotcha, understand, 88. That's Trinor for you, a little bit of history there. You can see not a whole lot of moving going on now. These tires are worn out. Trinor has found a little bit more speed with the worn out tires. Go-Kart Man and Trinor get sucked into each other. Dexter falling off a little bit. He's been in the draft a long time. His tires are really worn out. Let's take a look. We have that ability here because we're future age stuff. Look right at everything. Let's look down at the tires. You can see Troy's tires, 8 and 7. On the right side, outside of this car. Let's have a look at Dexter's. 8 and 7. He's got about the same. Let's look at Go-Kart Man. He's got 8 and 7. How much money you want to bet that Blue's got a real bad right rear? Yeah, 8 and 7, not too bad. A little bit less. You can see there's a bit of a burning up a little bit faster. Dexter White into the pits early on. This is going to be a smart move by him. He's lost some positions in the last couple of races because his pit strategy and other guys were just going in a lap early. This is going to be interesting. He's going into the pits. Four tires and fuel. Gran Turismo, you can't come out of the pits without doing a 4-tire change at least. You can get no gas. You can change the amount of gas you want. Change your tire compounds, but I believe you do have to get 4 tires. You can't do just 2 outside tires. Comfort softs, a full tank of gas. Dexter White, he's out of the pits in the 99 team. They're back out on the field. You can see the leaders are coming around. Reflex knee-off. He's not going to waste any time. He sees Dexter going in, he's going in too. Dexter's pit strategy has been adapted and learned from reflex knee-ups. You see a lot of these guys. You see and some of the new guys, Jodis getting loose in the back there. Let's take a look at Pure Vance. When he runs his line, reflexes in the pit. You're going to see Blue Moon, Go-Kart, Trinor. These guys are going to start pitting up. Pure Vance is doing a lot better job. This is a really difficult track to run with these tires. He's a little bit higher than everybody else. He's got the worn tires now. He's running a little bit different line, a little bit higher. Jodis is into the pits too. Let's take a look at Big Fat Ass Kicker. Last time we run this race 2 weeks ago, he ran about 80% of the race in 3rd place. So he definitely knows this track. Blue Moon, he's into the pits. Big Fat Ass Kicker is definitely a contender to win this race. 42 car. We see this car get run a lot more now. Previous, everybody knows, Joan Montana drove this car. Didn't have a very good successful career with it. And he retired from NASCAR, and I believe he went back to Indy racing. Kyle Larson picked up this ride and had amazing rookie series. You get a lot of guys coming into the Cup Series, the Nationwide now, the Xfinity, the extra horsepower and stuff. But Kyle Larson could handle that. A little bit of history I want to tell here with Kyle Larson is Locke White on iRacing had raced with Kyle Larson in one of the lobbies there at iRacing. So a little bit of fame there. Everybody's in now. You see Go-Kart Man and Trinor. Big Fat Ass Kicker, he's staying out. Now let's have a look. We got the leaders in. Dexter White, he's coming in. He's got Blue Moon coming out of the pits. So you can see with the early pit, one pit before, he has beat Blue Moon and Reflex. Reflex is way in the back. Dexter White's team had the fastest pit. He's rocking that Ford through here. Dexter White got out of the car and said Ford stands for found on race day because these are good race cars. Seems to be for him, working for him right now. So you can see that early pit, he's got everybody behind him now. Blues behind him, Reflexes behind him, Go-Kart, Trinor, they're done, they're in the back now. Dexter White soon be leading his first Indianapolis CS race. Soft tires, that is. Big fat ass kicker. He's going to be pitting here soon. He's staying out late. He might be doing a two-pit strategy here. Dexter has a good execution of turn one. There you go, big fat ass kicker. Take a look at Reflex in the NEOP. He's catching up to these guys. It won't be too long. Dexter's going to lose that first place. He's got some skill behind him. Blue Moon, Reflex, NEOP. Trinor and Go-Kart, man, they're back together racing. Dexter White, he's laughing in his boots right now at the early pit. He's out front. He's by himself. He's coming around turn 4. Big's in the pit stall getting 4 tires and gas. There you go, people. Dexter White, 5150, leading his first Indianapolis CS race. He's in first place. 2 big competitors behind him, Blue Moon and Reflex. Every driver likes that feeling of having Reflex in the rearview mirror. They know that you're doing good then. Blue Moon's getting up on him a little bit. Let's just stay right here and see what happens. Three brands running right in the top: Ford, Toyota, Chev. This is good for the sport. Blue Moon just rockets in on Dexter and locks up the tires. Whew, little risky move there. We don't like to see that too often. Just said, hell, I'm taking it. Blistered in. Crazy pass, but he stuck it through. Unbelievable. I think he blew the paint off the 99 Aflac. I think Duck's painted on the Red Bull car now. Red Duck. Holy, just blistered in there turn 1. Dexter's running up on him now. He's going to drive him into the corner. He's a little upset about that maneuver. Could have wrecked the whole field, but Dexter's sitting there. He knows, he can tell the way that car's set up that he ain't going to run that very long. So Dexter's going to stick right there and just go, Aflac. Oh, just like that. A little bit too loose. Tried to correct. Slams into the wall. Blue Moon into the wall. It's not good. Dexter in front now. Reflex. He's seen that coming. He was fast. Good reflexes by Reflex NEOP. He also wants me to say that his name is NEOP, not Reflex. Reflex is the name of a group he run with when he started back in Dirt 2 about 5 years ago. Give a shout out to the Reflex group. This is NEOP. NEOP into the wall there. He's hot on Dexter's tail. Dexter smart, he won't look in the rearview mirror and just keep driving that car and do what he can do. It's a little bit slower in turn 4. You'll probably see a pass down here down the back stretch. Sorry, the front stretch. See Blue Moon, he's into the pits. A little bit of fender damage into that wall. It's got to get that popped out. Go-Kart Man and Trinor, they find themselves in 3rd and 4th again. Big Fat Ass Kicker 5th, Pure in 6th. Blue Moon in 7th now. Isaac and the Jodas in 8th and 9th. Dexter White holding off Reflex Neop. This is going to be good for the Dexter White team. There's been some talk here in a couple seasons once we can get this field built up. 14 or 16 full-time drivers and get the same consistent guys showing out every night. Divide off into 2 or 3 man teams. You'll have a team, you'll have a driver, you'll own cars, so your drivers will be driving those cars every race for a season. You have driver contracts, also sponsor contracts, and also each team can go out and find sponsors to sponsor them. So things like GTOR and Humble Guy Racing, the teams can have a main sponsor for their team. That'll also help get some advertisement out. Bring on the media and the off-track realistic environment. That's what NAGT6 is all about. Is first and foremost to have as realistic on-track experience as they can, to recruit and allow the right drivers to race and the ones we need to race. And the second, to create that off-track environment that a lot of leagues are missing. It's there, let's do it. Sponsorships, the media, the interview, the videos, the Twitter, all that stuff. Dexter White doing an outstanding job here right now. I think we're going to give this race to Dexter White and highlight it for this race for getting that car up in front, running it, being fast. There's a little air right there. You can see just got a little bit loose. Reflex knee up. It's going to take this opportunity. It's got to make the pass. Oh, Dexter's going to not like that because he was running a lot of laps there up front and it was just getting easier and easier because the tires are getting worn out. He's got a longer stint with Reflex. He's got 1 extra lap tires than him. But he was burning up Reflex's stuff because he was trying to make the pass. Big wreck. They make it through in turn 2. Let's go back here. Go-Kart Man running Blue Moon. Blue Moon. Lap down. You can see Trinor is a couple laps back. Gotta make the pass on the lap car, Isaac. Reflex knee up now, he's out front. He's got the speed. Reflex knee up is one of the best, is the best driver on this track right now. Has been because he's able to maintain those fast speeds on the worn tires. He's more consistent in a 10-lap stint, so guys need to practice that. They've gotten their lap times fast, but now they got to work on getting out and doing their fastest 10 laps and grinding that out. Let's have a look at Trinor, the other Canadian, Dexter White's drinking buddy. 88. He's got the second fastest consistent time. Dexter's got a real fast 5-6 laps and then he starts to fall off, but Trinor doesn't fall off as fast, so it's going to be interesting towards the end of this race when the pits are all done to see what happens there. Go-Kart Man, he's also there. We're going to be looking at another pit here. Dexter what? Pitted lap 12. He's coming up either lap 24 to 25. He's going to pit this lap or next lap. See what happens. My guess is he's probably going to go in this lap now because Dexter is starting to fall off severely. Nope, he's going to go another lap. Let's take a look at big fat ass kicker in the 42. He's running top 5 right now. This is really good for his driving career. Driver championship points. Like we said, we're on race night 5. We got 12 race nights, I believe. Let me double check the stats here. Let's bring up the big boy list. Check us out at globalonlineracing.wix.com /NAGT6. I don't know if you call that a / or not. Probably a /. The link's down below to the GTOR forum, the Humble Racing Facebook page, and to the main website of the series. Check it out. There's all kinds of stuff there from season 1 and what's happened in season 2. Some driver interviews that you can listen to. There's some things on the web page. If you go to the standings, hold your mouse out. Everything on the menu you can click, and then some of them have drop downs, so don't miss those drop downs. There's some stat sheets from season 1 and 2. Every race there's a snapshot at the end of the live leadership boards to show you who had the fastest lap and everything, and what the lap times were. Champions last year. There's also under champions. There's awards given out. We want to mention those right now. Dexter White into the pit. Reflex Neop, he's into the pit. Go-Kart Man staying out. Trinor's in second. Let's take a look at Reflex, he's out. Let's watch this 88 car, this 99 car, sorry, and see if he can get some ground. Let's see how bad. Pure Violence is into the pits. Now let's get back here. Let's take a look at the awards here. Driver Championship. Trinor 88. Troy Trinor, the award for Season 1 champion goes out to Trinor. He is NAGT6 Season 1 champion. Trinor. Season 1 Best Performance award goes to Reflex Neop. Most Promising Driver award for Season 1 goes to Big Fat Ass Kicker. Coming out, being most consistent, showing up for every race and doing an excellent job. He came in slow, and by the end of the season he was a champion to be. Most Talented Driver, ACDC Rocks 1, 2, 3. He hasn't had any time to sim race. Comes out in the first couple races and gets podiums. So that's for ACDC Rocks 1, 2, 3. He'll be coming back out here shortly. Most Respectful Driver goes out to Pure Violence. For being most respectful driver out on the track. He's always has good things to say about everybody. He's always learning and listening. Most Respected Driver goes to Red Party Hat. People know when he's on his game, he's a force to reckon with. That award, Season 1 Most Respected Driver, Red Party Hat. Season 1 Consistent Driver, Bob Lebowski. Hasn't been out all season, but he's trying to make it. Hope to see you out again, Bob. Bud is good. Most Underrated Driver. Oh, a little mix up. Dexter White, that ain't going to be good. Isaac, or the Jodis, it's a little bit loose. That's going to slow the pace down for Dexter. Big gap for Reflex. Trinor is going to make a major gain on that. Dexter now finds himself the Blue Moon making the pass, and with a lap car behind him. Take a look at Trinor, where he's running behind Go-Kart Man. Okay, like we said, most underrated driver, Bud is good. Bud is good. Has been out for the first couple of races of this season, but hasn't been around in the last couple of weeks. He's definitely a full-time driver who will come when he can make it. We hope to see Bob Lebowski out. We want to give a shout out to Bob Lebowski. Come on out, Bob, as well as you. Bud is good. We need you back out. That's the Season 1 event awards. You can check that out on the webpage. There's also a driver application. If you happen to run into this video and want to get involved, fill out the driver application form, and then you can have a look at the official sponsors. Like we said, there's GTOR Racing. There's a link to their main form right there on the website, as well as the Humble Guide to their Facebook page. Go to the calendars. Actually, one neat thing about this is Dexter White will share his Google Calendar with you. If you have a Google Gmail account, you can see right there, that calendar syncs up with the iPhone, so whatever you see on there, you'll see on your phone all the alerts and notifications of race nights, which are usually Monday nights. There's a couple alternative races during the season which alternate Sunday nights, same time, 8 Eastern. If you click right there, right above Season 2 schedule, that'll take you to the Google Documents form and has the whole thing listed out, so you know what's coming for the rest of the season, so you can get ahead and practice everything you need to know right there. And if you go to Media, if you click Media, you'll see all of the race videos right there on YouTube. Just go to the YouTube channel because you can bring them up full screen. So all the races from Season 1 and previous Season 2 stuff's all right there. In the draft, go to that menu. Just host Dexter White is doing some in the draft topics. It's been a while since we've done one of them. We're probably going to do one here soon. And then under that's drivers. These are just some of the drivers you can see within the league. More to add after Season 2. We'll put some more guys in. Check that out. The YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. You can follow us on Twitter. The link's there. You can go to Next. It takes a whole lot of time and a whole lot of work. And we're actually looking to make this a domain name. To do like $6 a month to fund this. And like we said, it takes a long time to do the videos. If you do want to donate to the league, you can click the donations. Max donations is $2. If you want to donate a Tim Hortons coffee's worth to the league, that'd be great. The funds will be saved. If you donate to this league, that account, that amount of money won't be spent on stupid stuff. What we're end up going to do in a couple seasons is actually have take the donations and actually give a percentage to the higher percentage to the winner, a certain percentage to second, and third would give his money back. We're actually looking at maybe having a little bit of money involved with the driver championship. Not a whole lot. You can talk like a max of $15 for the whole pot, or like a $2 entry fee for everybody. So it's a $32 pot or whatever you want to be. We can have some fun stuff like that. But if you do want to donate right now, $2 max, go ahead. We're going to save that money up so when we do get into it, we might take what total amount of donations that are given within a season might be given to the best results from the All-Star events, something fun like that, or given to the driver championship, whatever. But what we're trying to say is any donations that goes into this league will stay within the league and fund the league. I won't be going out and buying any flat screen TVs or any houses anytime soon. So. All right, let's get back to the racing. 33 laps. We're going to be getting on with some pits here. Big fat ass kicker, he's out front now. Take a look at Reflex Neop. Dominating this race. You can see the gap that he's got. Dexter White was there a little bit, got caught up into a little bit of a wreck. Let's take a look at the leadership board. Look at some lap times. Blue Moon with the fastest lap, 54.4. Fastest we've ever seen during practice is a 54.3 that was laid out by Reflex Neop, and then Blue Moon went and set up and put out a 54.2. That's the fastest we've ever seen is a 54.2, but the toe is so great that it's so dangerous to run. 54.4 is a good fast lap. We've seen Reflex run them, and now we've seen Blue Moon. Reflex has a 54.6. Dexter White has run that lap time, but hasn't been able to seem to stick it. He's running a 54.9, his fastest here. That was 55.1. Take a look at Go-Kart Man. He's got himself with a 54.622. He's got a faster lap than Reflex. Trinor, the 54.8. So he's got a faster lap than Dexter. Pure Violence, looking really good with a 55.3. Getting that down. And the two new guys, of course, this is the first time they've ever done it. We've had one retire already, Jodis, Isaac. 59.4. So most of the guys got 2 pits in. We're getting into the last laps. Most of these guys are going to start pitting here for the final. 2 pits in. There's going to be a 3 pit stop for most guys. There's your leadership board right there. You can see the gap that Reflex has on Dexter. And about that same gap, maybe a little bit less, is with Go-Kart Man. Go-Kart Man is catching there. It looks like Dexter's probably in the pits right now. Now you can see Go-Kart Man's catching Trinor. He's right on Go-Kart's tail. Let's take a look at this race going on right here. Trinor now sees Go-Kart Man, so he's going to be gunning for that position. Go-Kart Man's entering 1, and Dexter's entering 2. Go-Kart has Pure behind him, who's a lap down. Let's take a look at the tires. 8 and 7. It's about time to pit. Doesn't look like a whole lot of wear, but that's enough. Your times are starting to slow up real hard. You can't use these tires up. Take a look at Reflex Neop. 8 and 7. Dexter's got a little bit more gas than he does. Go-Kart Man, he's got a 9 and 8. I believe most people call Go-Kart Man just Kart Man. Trinor into the pits. He's going to try and get the hop up on Dexter, get in early. Let's watch him into the pits. He's in and out. 4 tires and gas. Lap down now, Dexter's gone. You're going to see Dexter probably get into the pits here. Pure Violence was letting Dexter go by earlier. Smart move by him. Pure Violence realized that Dexter had fresh tires just to let him go. Dexter White, he's down on the inside. He's going to the pits along with Andrew. He's in. Boom! Andrew gives him a hit. Ooh, this might be a little bit risky now. We're wondering. Andrew drives her in a little bit too hard. We're wondering if we're going to get any penalties here with the Dexter White team, the 99 car. Smashed the rear end out of her. That would have been the end of the race, in reality. You can see a lot of teams are getting ready to pit. The guys are up on the wall. You can see them as Dexter drives down in. He's the host, so obviously he's got the first pit stall. He's the first guy in the room. 4 tires and gas. Flag man, he's just looking for hands. Once he sees 5 hands in the air, he's going. As soon as the tire is done and tightened, Jackman pulls back, puts his hand up. As soon as the gas guy is done, he steps back, puts his hand up. Once that flag man sees 5 hands in the air, he lifts his flag. Once all that's left is fuel, he flips it, tell him to get ready. As soon as that gas man puts back, he draws up that flag. Dexter White goes. Reflex and Cartman, they're into the pits. See Dexter's making his way now. Trinor has been successful. Dexter White entering 3rd turn. Trinor, you can see him. He's halfway on the backstretch now, so he's closed that gap in with the earlier pit. So yeah, we got our last stint. Trinor's going to try to run him down, and Dexter's going to try to keep this going. Go-Kart man, he's coming out of the pits. Dexter's coming across. There's Dexter White with the pass right there. Put him up in 2nd position. Trinor going to get it. Trinor gets it, and he's in third. Blue Moon gets it too as well. He's got himself in fourth. That little bump in pit lane gave Pure Violence an awful penalty, but did not penalize Dexter White. You can see that rocket down the pit lane helped Dexter White close in on the gap because he was able to get his pit stall faster and had a faster pit. It's kind of, in a way, a glitch, really. But that's good because it wasn't Dexter's fault, so there was no penalizing there. But closed in that gap with Reflex. With Reflex, you can still see that as he's getting halfway, right there, more than halfway down the backstretch, and Dexter White is just exiting turn 2. So close the gap in a little bit, but Reflex definitely has an aggressive lead right now. He's comfortable, got fresh tires, he's running by himself now. It was easy. Pit lane, Isaac doing a good job getting out of the way as a lap car. Like we mentioned before, have a look at the links at GTOR Racing Series on GT Planet. This is the GTOR Cup Series event. Take a look at them. Get a GT Planet account. Get involved with the community. Also, have a look at Hummel Guy Racing. The link is down below. The Facebook account. Take a look at our website, globalonlineracing.wix.com/NAGT6. All kinds of stuff. Everything is covered there. We are a web-page based racing group. Everything you need to know about us is right there. We also have a GT Planet forum and a Facebook page, and all that stuff is linked. You can see it. If you are a driver and you want to get involved, go to the website, fill out the driver application. You'll email that directly to Progressive Motorsports Online at Gmail. Get you involved. We'll come out, we try you out. We don't throw you right into a race. We want to get you out before the race. If you're running consistent lap times what we're looking for, you'll be in the race. But we do have a tryout. You don't just come out and race. If you preferred wheel drivers, but we have a couple controller drivers who do really well, like Red Party had, but we're a little iffy about that. You have to, if you look like it's a wheel, then we'll go. But if you got a wheel, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get into this event. And like we were saying before, if you have a racing series event that you want to get sponsorships and get the word out, we also advertise like we are right now. Send us an email, Progressive Motorsports Online at Gmail, or you can go to the website under the driver application and fill that out as a sponsor. We'll add you to the list under the sponsorship forms. We'll mention you during the YouTube videos, so we'll help you out there. We'll draw some attention. We'll put your, whether you're on GT Planet forum, whether you're on Facebook, you have a Wix web page, whatever it is, we'll add you in. Another one you want to check out is pncracing.web.com. That's where Blue Moon come from. Check those guys out. Put their link in the description below too. Reflex Neop winning this race. Dexter White in second, Trinor in third, Blue Moon in fourth. Good position to him. Go Kart Man in fifth, Big Fat in sixth, Pure Violence in seventh, Isaac in eighth, and THG Jadus. He is retired. He's in the pit stall. He's having a drink. He's talking with the sponsors right now and with the crews and the media. The team was just not ready to come out, but it was good for him to come out, get on the track, and get some track experience here with the CS Racing. It's good to have you out, Jodis. Let's take a look. Dexter White. And you can see where he's at right now. Let's go down to Trinor. Trinor's right there. He's definitely getting the gains on Dexter. So it's a race for second right now. Can Dexter White hold off Trinor? Can Trinor run down Dexter? 45, we're going on to 46. Getting down the last 4 or 5 laps of this race. was 5 or 6. Actually, 51. There's Trinor burning up his rig, trying to push it. Oh, he gets a little bit loose there. That's going to fall back a little bit. Let's go down and see where Blue Moon is. Blue Moon's a little bit ways back. Not that far off. There's Blue Moon. Cartman, you can see he's in the back in the red. There's Blue Moon, and there's Isaac, and then there's Cartman. Let's take a look at Big Fat Ass Kicker. So you see Cartman entering turn 1. Big is right there. He's entering turn 1 right now. So the biggest gap between first and second, and then between second, third, fourth, and fifth is about the same. But Trinor is closing in a lot faster on Dexter than the other guys are. You can see there is Big Fat. You have Pure Violence and Isaac. Let's get back up here. Let's watch Trinor to see if he can run this down. On the last lap, we'll get the Reflex Neop, who's dominating this race right now with a massive lead out front. I want to give a shout out to Bud, he is good, and Bob Dabowski. And another shout out to another driver who could not make it tonight, ECDC Rocks. 1, 2, 3. Another shout out for a serious contender coming in, Lock White. Back here shortly. He'll be in this season too here in a couple weeks. He'll be back in down home this weekend, get himself set up, so you probably see him in about 2 weeks. A little bit of history with Lock White. He's the only one with the record for winning a driver championship and have a team owner titleship that won the driver championship. Lock White in season 1 drove for Dexter White's team, MW Racing. Won the season 1 driver championship in a GT5. He's our first champion, Lock White. And then in season 2, under negotiation contracts, Trinor didn't have a, I actually believe it was season 3. Trinor didn't have a team. We recruited him. There was no positions or any teams for him. So Lock White did an Earnhardt move, drove for MW Racing, but started his own team and called it Edgeheart Racing corporate. Signed on Trinor 88 as their driver, owned by Lock White, like we said. And that season, that's when Trinor won his driver championship in a GT5. So Trinor is a 2-time victor with the NAGT5 title, season 3 I believe it was, and last season, season 1 in NAGT6. Lock White is our only guy to win a driver championship and be a team owner to win a driver championship, so he's going to be coming back out. Great driver, great manager. Definitely one of the teams you want to push for if you're a rookie driver. Getting down to the last 2 laps of this race, and that'll end out race night 5. You can see Trinor has got Dexter in his sights now. Go-Kart Man sticking right there. Go-Kart Man has made the pass on Blue Moon. Kart running 5th, Blue in 5th, Big in 6th, Pure in 7th, Isaac in 8th. Dexter White was going to retire his driving career after this season to become a main host event for the series in season 3, but that decision has been canceled. Dexter White will remain driving for the league, which is good to hear. He's excited about it. He was really second guessing retirement. What he's going to do is do the driving hosting. Do the driving within this series, the GTOR Cup series, and actually do hosting events for GTOR Racing Series. Here we are on the final lap. Reflex Neop in first position, Dexter in second, Trinor in third, Go-Kart Man in fourth, Blue in fifth, Big in sixth, Pure in seventh, Isaac in eighth. To finish off 51 laps in Indianapolis. Reflex Neop entering the last corner, turn 4 on the exit. Unless that car blows up right now, it looks like he's got the win. There you have it. Reflex Neop is our winner for Indianapolis. Congratulations. Let's take a look. Dexter White, he's coming out of turn 4 now. Last stretch. Still got Trinor. Trinor fell off a little bit with the wreck, burned up his tires. Dexter White, second position. Finished by him. Trinor in third. Unbelievable chase down on Dexter. Closed in a lot of gap, did a lot of work. Go-Kart Man in fourth. Big Fat Ass Kicker in fifth. He's running a little slow right now. Looks like he might be out of gas. Yep, Big Fat Ass Kicker is out of gas right now. And the clock timer is going to run out. He might be able to secure this race. Blue Moon, he's out of gas too. Pure Violence. What's going to happen here? Going to have enough time to make the passes. Pure gets into a little wreck. Pure hits Reflex, who's a lap down, who's well finished. And there you go, there you have it. So Isaac, good run by him. Pure Violence in seventh. Got in a little tie down. Don't think he had time to run down Blue or Big. Blue in sixth, out of gas. You can see him and Big Fat Ass Kicker. He run out of gas there. Go-Kart Man, Trinor, Dexter White, and Reflex Neop. Reflex Neop is our race winner. An excellent run by Dexter White, our race highlighted driver for his best finish in Indianapolis. Second place. Congratulations to Reflex. That's it for the race night. Thanks for coming out. Next week will be Monday, March 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We got rounds 11 and rounds 12, race night 6 with midfield in Daytona. Come on out. See you there.